Welcome back to The Jump. You know, we're inside the NBA bubble. Technical difficulties happen. I'm here with Paul Pierce and Kendrick Perkins. And guys, I want to shift the conversation to the reigning WNBA MVP, Elena Delle Donne. She has been treated for Lyme disease for years. And she says that an independent panel of doctors has told her that, and it's from the WNBA and the Players Association, has deemed her not at high risk for COVID-19, and therefore she is able to play in the league's bubble. Now, that opinion differed from the one given by Delle Donne's personal doctor, who deemed her high risk. So as a result, Delle Donne must decide whether to join the Mystics. If she does, she'll get her full pay, or she can still opt out of the season, guys, but if so, she gets no pay at all because of the medical panel that was convened by the league and the union together. So, Perk, what is your reaction to these details?
The WNBA has dropped the ball, and they are all the way in the wrong for a number of reasons. One, we all know that, people that have, existing diseases are at high risk, and their health are at high risk. And with Elena having, the Lyme disease, it would be a nightmare if she was basically forced to play, because this is how she make a living. She don't hoop overseas in the European League, and she couldn't during this pandemic, even if she wanted to. And we're talking about one of the faces of the WNBA, an MVP, a champion. And if something was to happen to her, I hope not, the WNBA will really be in trouble. So they have to make sure that they take a step back and reevaluate this situation.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Perk. I mean, first of all, the first concern should be the health and wellness of the players. Yeah, she's one of the faces of the league. We all know that. But, I mean, come on. She has her own personal doctors tell her she's at a high risk of catching the COVID. That right there should be enough. And you see, and you wonder why when you look around WNBA, NBA, when guys get different injuries, they go to different doctors. You know why? Because sometimes they don't trust the medical staff within their leagues, because sometimes it's for selfish reasons. And we've seen this time and time again. Players get misdiagnosed from NBA doctors and go to other private doctors where they're diagnosed, and there's a conflict there. So if she's at a high risk of her health and well-being, then I don't think she should attend.
I understand some of the complexity here for the league, right? I mean, they want to make sure that there is some standard so that they are telling players, hey, you're okay to opt out if you want to opt out, but we're not going to just pay everybody. We need to pay the people who are actually playing if you just make a choice to opt out. That being said, that standard has to include situations like Elena Delle Donne's, because it will be a PR nightmare for the WNBA if they make this decision. She goes and plays because she felt she had to earn her money, and then she gets significantly sick. This is a disease, this is a virus we just don't know that much about yet. It's only 6 or 7 months old. So if her doctor says the way COVID interacts with Lyme disease, and this person is a specialist, then is a problem, well, then I think the WNBA should take note of that, because the worst thing that can happen, the worst outcome here, is to, quote, force her to play, to make her a living for the year, as you point out, Perk, and then she gets extremely sick. The worst case scenario in the other direction, if they give her a little latitude, is, hey, they're paying her whether they, quote, absolutely had to or not. She's a star. She deserves to make her money and not be put in this position.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.